Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, and actor. Catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Trap Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus.
Yeah. God says when you go to the bank this time, approval, the Spirit of the living God. My God. God says that he's singling you out because God says there's an anointing on your life. And God says, you tell old man Joseph that I'm calling him for ministry. It's Jonathan's time for a miracle.
Who's Jonathan?
My name's Jonathan.
Jeez, my God.
Stay connected to Prophet Manasseh Jordan. Text the words text MJ to 33339. That's TEXT MJ to 33339.
We're about to have a conversation.
Before I went live, I should have checked to make sure I was on the right signal. So it may not even stay on, but I'm going to go ahead and say what I have to say concerning this. And I did see this, but I am having to deal with quite a few different things at the same time with the change in my household. My baby mama now has her own household, so we're co-parenting between two households, and that is different than the way that we've done it since summer 2020, but we're able to do it. We got this. And then also just regular Larry Live stuff, the NBA Network stuff, Reformation Church of Atlanta, plus Kingdom Business has started taping, and we've just done a table read, and I just got my line, so all of that going on. So I did not know that this was happening online. How many of you have heard about the Grandma Holla situation? Have y'all heard about it? If you have, go ahead and put it in the chat and let me know. And I do know you guys are at Kevin Lemon's funeral, I know. But I was in a training, a mastermind. I thought I put it in my stories, so I couldn't attend it because I had to attend that. It's mandatory for all of us that are in the coaching program. And since the coaching program is tens of thousands of dollars, I decided not to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do. All right, so y'all have heard about it, but I didn't hear about it. So let me tell you about it. Then I'm gonna tell you what I think about this. And then I'm gonna be posting this on Facebook and YouTube. It won't be live, but I will be in the chat to see your comments, and I will engage with you there. Okay. Yeah, her funeral is next week. So let me go ahead and tell you, and I got your message, A Gift and a Curse podcast. They saw your message and told it to me. I just haven't responded yet. I got a whole lot going on, and I'll let you know. So what ended up happening, Grandma Holla is an online sensation. And there were so many times, I mean, her videos went viral, millions of views. But what a lot of you guys do not know, even if you monetize on Facebook and on YouTube, it's good money, but it's not a whole leap of money. Now, if you have a whole lot of subscribers and a whole lot of followers, and you get millions of views monthly, then you're talking about some money. But it still depends on a few other things, how much you are getting for your viewership, because the advertisers pay Meta and they pay Google, which runs Facebook and YouTube, to put their advertisement on top of your video, and then you get paid by Meta or Google a percentage of that. And it just depends on how your behavior is online. It just depends on how much money you make. However, clearly there was not enough money, or she did not make enough money long enough for her to be able to have some saved up, because her family now has told us that she did not have life insurance. Pause right there. Now I'm going to say this because this is a common thing in the black community, and I do understand the systemic things in our world to where a lot of black people, for every $5 in a black household, there's $100 in the white household. Even the money that is made by black people does not stay in our community, but just a matter of hours. It goes to other communities, and every other ethnic group here in America, their money stay in their community a long, long, long time. So I understand why a lot of black people, a lot of brown people, do not put certain things like chiropractor, skin care, dental, even your dental care, and life insurance, because these are like luxury things in the black community. Now, not to all of us, but to many of us, they are. So we only can afford light bill, car note, car insurance, rent, or mortgage if we happen to have one, cell phone bill, internet. The bare necessities. We really don't have a whole lot of extra income for a whole lot of the extra stuff. A lot of us. So I do understand that life insurance and that monthly payment anywhere from $35, $25 if you're in good health. Some places $14 to $19 a term for 20 years or 30 years. It can be a little tight. But if you happen to have had sicknesses and went to the pharmacy and got certain drugs, then that thing is registered down there. And when it comes to an insurance company, life insurance, in fact, I just switched mine, they're going to know every time you went and got a prescription, and they're going to assume that you're sick and you're not in good health. And then if you happen to be 1,000 years old, like Grandma Holla was, then they're like, you might die tomorrow. And then we got to cover all of your expenses, whatever the kind of insurance you got. And we not really made no money, because the whole idea is to get you to pay for a whole lot of years planning for your death, but you ain't dead, so we're just making money. And then we take the money you give us and we invest it in all different ways, just like the banks. Because the banks, when we make a deposit, then they take all. You know, that's a whole nother story that we need to be this darn discussing, that I ain't got time to this darn discuss, because this is called Grandma Holla. But I'm going to have to come live probably later on tonight on IG, and I'll post it on the main platform. Do y'all know what's going on with the banks of America? But you ain't seeing it all over everywhere, right? There's a reason for that. It's the Bank of America. But anyway, so I do understand the reasoning that a lot of people aren't putting their life insurance and health insurance first. They ain't doing it. Okay. However, I want to say this to black folk. Whenever you start making a little piece of change, you need to learn the pinch method. That's something that my parent, my mom, my grandma, I watched. They had a pinch method. I'm not talking about the teruma. I'm not talking about the tithe. I'm not talking about the tithe to the stranger, widow, and poor, the tithe to your pilgrimages, and the tithe for investments. If you're on the financial wellness plan that I teach in my Patreon, you understand what I just said about that. But we're talking about a pinch method that is beyond the wellness plan. I watched my mama to this day. My mama ain't never been broke. And we were broke. Ain't never been broke. And we were broke because of that pinch method. It can be in the ceiling, up behind a wall, in a shoebox, up in some bras, some panties, and a plank in the floor. Mama and them gonna have some money. So when you start making some money, what I need for you guys to do is to start pinching. And think about those that's gonna be left here, your survivors, when you shrivel up and die. Because we're all going to do that. In this particular situation, Miss Holla family did not do that. So then they came on and they began to ask for $10,000 and they made a GoFundMe. Let me tell y'all, oh, thank you. Y'all sending me money? Somebody send me some money? Oh, no, that's one of my patrons sent out to Roma. Now, whenever you come online asking for money, you're going to be scrutinized. And in this particular situation, because people were always sending money and we saw Miss Holla, react to it and love money, it raised questions now in the public. That's not their fault, but it is a repercussion of being in the public. When people are giving you donations and now you're coming back and asking for $10,000, the first question is, where's all the money that we donated? Thank you, Latrice, for the badge. Thank you, Miss KD86 for a badge. And those you watching on YouTube and Facebook, you can go ahead and you can hit that super chat. You can also hit $MBN Network. That's 2 N's, and you can donate to our platform. I don't think the public is wrong for asking questions during all. I don't. Because the public do the donations. The public put people like myself where we are because you watch, you share, you hit like, and you engage, and you run out there in the street and you talk about us. That gives us more and more and more notoriety. So the public is not wrong for drawing conclusions and saying, what's happening with the money and making a decision that they do not want to donate. They also have the right to have their opinions about it as well. So I don't know how much fussing, I think her name is Michelle, should come live and do, because these are the people that have the power to sustain Miss Holla's funeral expense. And also, you can keep the Miss Holla legacy going by just coming live talking about her. Listen to this. You can even do a book of Miss Holla sayings. You can do memorabilia. You can do t-shirts. I know I'm not your coach and I'm giving this free, but I'm just trying to help you. You can do mugs because we loved Miss Holla. You can do ringtones with her saying her favorite cuss words. There's so many things that you can begin to do that can turn into money, and you're going to need your audience. But you can't get online and fuss because people are scrutinizing because you made all of this public. Now, I understand. It's hard to be in that comment section of people coming at you. I'm sure people are probably trolling y'all because people are nasty and rude. But at the same darn time, you're going to need these people, because some of the same people that saying what they're saying in the comment section, if you drop something, if you handle yourself properly, they may patronize. So I hope somebody will show this to Michelle and understand the spirit and what I'm saying to you is don't get up here and fight. I saw the video was sent to me about you going against Darius Cook. And I know y'all think I'm going to be biased because I know Darius. Darius is a nice person, but he is opinionated. And whatever he said bothered her. And then she went straight to the rumors that are out concerning Darius. She got every right to pop back off at him. But it still isn't smart, because you need an audience like Darius who will buy your product like they buy his pots and tickets to go eat with him. You have an opportunity, Chelle, and I don't know you, I never spoke with you. You have an opportunity that if you move right, you can use the platform that Miss Holla has created for all of you guys. If she don't have insurance or didn't have insurance, that means she couldn't leave y'all nothing. I mean, that's what I would be safe to presume that. I don't know if that's the truth. But she did leave you this platform. What are you going to do with it, Chelle? If I was coaching you, if you was in my Patreon, I would be telling you all this privately. You might hate me for it or love me for it, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit right here and tell you as if I'm talking directly to you. What are you going to do with what God left in your hands by way of Miss Holla? What you need to do is conduct yourself properly in the public. You got every right to be mad and clap back. But now at this point, I want you to start looking into the future and then look at in the past what Miss Holla gave you and begin a trajectory that is going to be better for the entire family. Right now, it looks as though you do not have what it takes to be an online influencer or a public figure. But I know you do. I know you do. Because when we were watching Miss Holla, we were hearing your voice too. You were a part of the live. So what I'm going to say to you is to get focused and really, really, really pay a darn attention. You get triggered, talk to your friends, talk to your therapist, but don't come up here and let the people who love Miss Holla and you see you act like this. Don't do that like that. You maybe even should come live and apologize to Darius, not meaning that you are excusing him for whatever he said that hurt you, but you need to do it for yourself to release that energy so that you can now focus on the future, because Miss Holla is a brand in the business. Is it an LLC yet? Miss Holla LLC. Did you buy MissHolla.com? .net, .tv, all of that. If you had a coach, they would have been telling you what I'm telling you, because you have a multi-million-dollar opportunity. Let me repeat. You have a multi-million-dollar opportunity, and you're fracking it up. And I say it in love, much love, much love. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to think about your future. Darius already got his pots and loved ones and multiple millions of dollars in sales all the time. Should Darius apologize? Well, I don't really know what he said, but if he said something raggedy and hurtful, yes. But I didn't hear what he said, and I don't know him to be nasty. He probably was just saying his opinion and sticking to what bothered him as far as not having the insurance. But I don't know. I have to go watch. But I saw what you said. Somebody sent it to me. And I'm thinking about you. You have an opportunity I didn't have, Darius didn't have, and many other online influencers. You have Miss Holla's character, her savvy, her wittiness, her comedy to build and create for you and your whole family an opportunity online. When you go live, they're going to come in. And the way that you move with this is going to determine whether in your future is millions of dollars or 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. It's in your hand, baby. Play the card right. Larry Live is believing in you 100%. And I know that you can do this. Let me say it again, so you can know the spirit in which I'm coming and saying what I'm saying. I 100% believe in you, Chelle, or is it Michelle? I believe in you. Somebody said she did apologize, but not directly to Darius. Okay, great. See, I'm only getting what I'm getting. I don't know. But I believe in you. I can still hear your voice in my head when Holla, you asking the question. You were part of this. Use this wisely. I think maybe I'm speaking to you on the behalf of the wisdom of God, maybe. Because I feel a little something when I'm talking about this now. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. Don't frick it up. And we're going to be sitting right here and rooting you on. $47,000 has been raised on GoFundMe. That's more than enough to make sure she's properly funeralized. All right, I'm gonna be watching. This is my commentary on it. Tell me what you guys think in the comment sections. Thank each and every one of you for the money you put in here. All right, and if you love it, give me some more, huh? And of course, everything you give to the MBN network, even right here, these badges and the super chats that you're supposed to be doing right now on YouTube, it's the MBN network. 501c3 compliant. Go claim it on your taxes. It's the time of the year anyway. Charitable donations. Bye.
Yeah. God says when you go to the bank this time, approval, the Spirit of the living God. My God. God says that he's singling you out because God says there's an anointing on your life. And God says, you tell Omen Joseph that I'm calling him for ministry. It's Jonathan's time for a miracle.
Who's Jonathan?
My name's Jonathan.
Jeez, my God.
Stay connected to Prophet Manasseh Jordan. Text the words text MJ to 33339. That's TEXT MJ to 33339. Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, and actor. Catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangster Trap Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus.